Welcome to NIOS, dear learners. The subject is Home Science. Lesson number 10, Family Resource Management. You all have learned from part 1. Now this is part 2. Let's begin part 2. Maximization of resources. It's important how we save resources. Let me give you a process, right? For example, we go to a shop and we identify the things that we need. There's a paper. We have a need for pages. Some work we need to do. So we get those pages. There are different kind of pages that are available. Some expensive ones, some cheaper ones. It's better to buy the cheaper one, less expensive one, and buy in the right amount, whatever I need to work it for. For example, if we need to write and throw the paper, then we can use the back side of the paper. We can use the back side of the paper as well. And utilize not just with yourself, share the resources, give it to other people as well. So this is how you maximize the resources. Resources, they can be reused. As you can see in the picture, you can see the chart there. For example, a paper, we throw away on writing at the front side of the paper. So we can also utilize the back side of the paper instead of, throwing that away. We have a glass bottle at home, and once the water is over, instead of throwing it, you can sometimes, clean the bottle and paint it, put flowers at it and make it creative. If guests, family members, they are coming to celebrate at your house, we sometimes use paper plates, right? Paper plates and paper utensils which are thrown away. That is wastage of resources. Instead, how about we use plastic plates or steel plates which can be washed and used again. So that is reusing of the resources. Tires, sometimes tires that are not of use, they are thrown away. Once they have broken or done away with, they are thrown away. Instead of throwing them away, you can clean it, put some sand in it, soil in it, and grow a tree inside it, a little plant inside it. So that can also be resource use, utilization. So that is reusing of the resources. As you can see in the picture, reduce the uses of resources. Should not leave the water tap open. A lot of people don't, get water. So we have to always reduce the usage of resources. If you're not using electricity, you're going out, turn off all the electricity, and when you come back, you can switch it on. Don't waste electricity, and then you'll have to give another resource, that is your money. So reduce the usage of resources. As it's shown in the picture, a lot of times, recycling, like water bottle, packets of chips, etc., we throw away. So it can get recycled as well in different factories. A lot of factories do recycling of the products. So recycling is also very important for maximization of resources. As you can see in the picture, the water bottles have been utilized and they have been made into little beautiful plants. So yeah, recycling of the resources can also be done. Now let's discuss management. What is management? Management is a process of using resources to achieve what you want. Planning the work in advance and then you can do that. For example, let me give you an example. We have to visit our grandparents. Okay? We have to go to their village, and we've been living in the city for so long, so we plan to visit them. And we plan it in the summer vacation when the kids also have holidays. So my family, we plan to go to our grandparents' house. What is the management process that we'll follow? First, we'll check that our kids have holidays, their homeworks are done. We ask the grandparents, are you available? Can we come to your house? and then they can inform when we can come, what time we can come, etc. Accordingly, we'll book the train tickets and do our packing, everything. As per the comfort of everyone, we will plan different things like what are we going to take there, what are we going to need for the journey, the medicines that we will need, soap, etc. if we have to use the loo. So some things that are not available at house we will buy. For example, fruits are not there for the journey, or comb is not there, so we'll go to the market and buy it. And then we will reach the station before time, do everything well, reach the platform, and then sit in the train and arrive at the grandparents' house and enjoy with their family. So the successful meet is because of the management we did the whole time. If the management wasn't done, if for example we didn't have we didn't inform the grandparents that we're coming, and we go there and they were not there, or we didn't book the tickets, we didn't get the train, then would be a wastage of time and energy. So important to call them in advance and check if they're available or not, so that there's no wastage of money, resources, etc. Sometimes we forget to take food in the train, and then kids are hungry, we are hungry, we have to buy food from the train, which might not be very healthy, or there will be resource wastage, money wastage. So better to have a plan. That is the management process. This is what management is. Management, it helps you in what? One, reaching our goal. It helps in reaching our goal. You see so many people, they set up different businesses, different restaurants, etc. Why? Because they have a good management process. They manage well. It helps in utilizing of resources, all the resources that we need. Important resources, for example, I was telling you about paper, medicine, food, etc. So utilization of resources. Management helps in making life more systematic. Systematic, what is systematic? Like step by step. What is the system that we have to follow? So management helps in building up a system. If there's no system, then there can be more chances of getting confused and not being able to reach your goal. Management helps in avoiding the wastage of resources. Let me give you an example. For example, there are things that you need for doing your work. Then you use those things. But if you don't need those things and you're just unnecessarily keeping them or using them, then it's mismanagement. So manage the resources well. As you can see in the picture, management helps in efficiency increasing at work situations. For example, paying salaries on time to the staff, checking your to-do list, whatever has to be done, planning and organizing well. So management increases the efficiency of work as well. It helps, as you can see, the family is happy. There's a standard. We all have a standard. For example, we have there's this one company that we want to work with. There's a company that we want to build, and if we don't work towards that, we will never be able to reach that level. If we want to reach that level, then our quality also has to increase. There has to be a standard, there has to be a qualitative standard to reach our goals. Planning, the first step in management. Let me explain you what is planning. In management process, we have to decide what is the work that needs to be done, preparing a to-do list, gathering a team of people, telling them this is your responsibility. For example, a person will have a responsibility of handling the accounts, a person will have the accountability of handling different services. There has to be a deadline when the work is going to be finished. If there's a week's deadline, so that's a management process. What resources that will be needed. So all these things are under planning. Second is organizing. I have explained to you what is planning, preparing of the list of things that we need to do. Now executing the planning is organizing. Different works. Like different people have different kind of responsibilities, not giving one person the whole work. We have to distribute the work among people, organizing it well, being energetic and having the right kind of energy and time to do the work. So that is part of organizing as well. So we all have to be on time for organizing. Third is controlling. Controlling, for example, there's a manager who's giving the work to everyone, but some changes or something happens, the manager already knows the backup plan or other alternatives that can be brought about in case of changes or cancellations. So, controlling helps in changing to the alternatives as per the plan, and it also involves a concept of flexibility. So, this is controlling. Controlling is quite important. Fourth step is feedback, evaluation. There can be different perspectives from different people in terms of evaluation. We should have an open mind of taking the feedback. Maybe some person's not providing their full energy to the work. They can be provided the right kind of feedback for better progress. So if there's no feedback, there's no progress at work. Hence, evaluation and feedback plays a very important role for progress at work. For example, if we go to a restaurant and we taste some food and it's not tasty, and we provide the feedback that this is not the right kind of food that we needed, it's very spicy. So they will remember that that the person had given them feedback. So next time they will follow that feedback and their business will go better off. So feedback helps in progress. So it is a very important aspect of management. Motivation factors in management. There are three. First is values. Values, I will explain to you what values means. Standards, something we have to achieve. And third is goals. Achieving the goals. Let me explain. First is values. Values are our moral principles which help us in doing a right job. Respecting the work, respecting the team, different things that need to be done. Valuing the work. For example, if you are not having a good health, should we leave it as it is? No. To have a good health, we need to have some values for our health, like eating good food, doing yoga, etc. So, valuing the thing that we need. Second is standard, something we want to achieve. For example, there's a company, we want to build a company that is a big company and we want to achieve that. The knowledge, the skills, etc. to achieve that kind of a standard. So, quality has to be maintained of whatever work is being done. Third is goals, that achieving the goal, remembering how to work hard despite the barriers, despite the challenges, keeping the patience and achieving the goals. Achieving goals is not easy. We need a team, we need team spirit to be successful and achieve our goals. Thank you.